veteran Jimmy Howard, who's right at the 500 mark as far as victories are concerned this season, will try and tip the scales in his favor. And it will be Linus Ullmark going for the Buffalo Sabres to try and get his team back on the winning track by a pass now to center and taken in over the line. Here's a pass back across ice. Olofsson is shot right on the rebound. And Howard got over to make a fine save on the rebound and on the original shots. Skinner starting out of his own end. Cross ice pass onto the stick of Nelson. In over the line, Pominville. He dropped it back. Skinner with a backhand knocked down in front of the net. And there's Howard again. He's been busy, but he's been good. Back to the point it comes. And the Red Wings keeping it in there with another long shot. Got knocked down in front of the net. And Linus Ullmark is there to make that save. And had to be quick. Flipped around on the boards again. Wings recovering. And they send it through the middle and down into the Buffalo end. And charging after it down. A shot on goal. And Ullmark grabs that one and foils Glendening.
Yeah, he made that look pretty easy, too. He did very calm and cool. Linus Ullmark, here's the long lead pass. Glendening here. And he gets good body position on Dahlin here.
Wings holding it in. A minute and a half remaining in the penalty. Tap back to the point. On it comes to Athanasiou. He got it across ice. Cronwall's got it there. Cronwall worked it on into the corner. The shot, they score. It looked as if Ullmark got a piece of it, but not enough. And Detroit on the power play has taken the lead.
That's the big man. He's going to get himself established in front here. And the pass is going to come to the front. He's just going to redirect it. That is his second power play goal of the year for Tyler Bertuzzi. And here with 7:58, Detroit takes a 1-0 lead on the power play.
Tipped up in the wing and brought away by Hirose. Hirose to the Buffalo line and over. Hirose went to the backhand, got his shot away as he looked like he was going wide of the net as Sobotka got the lumber up along the boards with Luke Glendening, and the officials jump in there quickly.
There was a hole there, and that puck laid there for a second too. He just missed the mark, so a nice effort by the young man coming up through the middle of the ice.
4-on-2 in over the Detroit line. Pass came in front of the net, but is knocked down, and the Wings come back, try to set up a 2-on-1. In over the blue line to Mantha. Mantha got it across ice, and the shot is in the net. He scored as Ullmark looked as if he got a piece of it, but not enough. And as a result, the Red Wings have taken a 2-0 lead.
But all the Sabres just see the puck and they allow it to come through. You see Sam Reinhart right there, not happy with himself because it ends up going right past him.
Nylander gains center. He flips it in and charges in after it. Gets there first. Rolls it around on the boards. 15 at the point. Now across ice. Middle stack to the other side. Quick shot to score! Poso ripped that one home, and Buffalo is on the board on the power play.
Catches Jimmy Howard short side, and he's able to tuck it in, and that is his 6th power play goal of the season. There's a good puck movement. It gets side to side. He gets across, takes a quick shot, and he just beat Jimmy Howard on the glove side. You don't see that coming out and meeting all the young men and taking the time with them, so give him a lot of credit.
There's a chance in front of the net. Scandella, you had to know it was inevitable. Buffalo just kept putting on the pressure, and finally, bingo, tied at 2.
To Scandella, who snuck down the backside, nobody covered him, and the quick shot, and he goes short side on Jimmy Howard. Everybody piled up in front, but the Sabres for the last 5-6 minutes here have had a tremendous amount of pressure on in the Detroit zone, and they're finally rewarded for it.
Dahlin picks his way through center and fires it right back in. Chipped around on the boards, came free in front of the net, and Girgensons couldn't come up with it, and it's going to be an icing here against the Red Wings.
And he's going to try to get this one through the net. As he does, he makes contact with the defender's stick, doesn't get it clean right there. You see that? The shot on net.
Steered it in behind the goal. Larkin whipped it back. Larkin's got it again. Larkin cycling it around and takes his shot and scores. Linus Larkin. I don't know that he interfered with them or not, but the Wings have taken the 3-2 lead.
Well, it doesn't seem like the coaches are thinking that there was anything wrong with it. And that just a good screen there by Helm as the shot was taken by Larkin right there. And you see Helm just coming across the front, totally taking the vision away from Linus Ullmark. And he finds the back for the 3-2 lead here with 13:16 left in the third.
There's a puck kept in by the Wings into the Buffalo end. And it comes free and is taken away to center ice on a 2-on-1. Diffs to cross ice now. Drop back. Here's Eichel. Got it over. Oh, and deflected and goes out of play. And another great opportunity for Buffalo's Olofsson.
Oh, he had the net. He had everything. Olsen driving down. And the young man just not able to connect. He's got the whole side. Boom. Right there and puts it off the crossbar and up and out.
Bumped in there by Savoca. Puck came out in front of the net. Back it comes. The shot went wide of the net. Now it comes back to the blue line again. Fired into the corner. Scores! And Detroit has jumped the lead up to 4-2.
This is just pretty to watch, too. Look at this. It's not a big slap shot. It's just a keeps the stick down, all in one motion, able to get the puck up and over Linus Ullmark, who's diving out. And you see that's his 30th goal of the season.
Just jumped up in the wing to Pominville, and Pominville got it in deep. Skinner trying to catch up with it. It went behind the net. Skinner kicked it out in front. Middle step. Score! Middlestat takes the pass and rips it in past Jimmy Howard. It's a 4-3 game.
Middlestat's going to get his 12th goal of the year. And as Middlestat's coming across, the angle just messed up on him. And by hanging on to that puck, Middlestat, he opened that lane up because Howard's going forward. He's going to the side and just opened up farther and farther. The longer he hung onto it, put it in the empty net.
And ring it to the line and out to center ice. Chopped off the boards and brought in over the line. Back pass in on goal. Eichel scores! Jack Eichel picks up the pass in the slot, rifles it home, and it's tied at 4.
And he makes no mistake on Jimmy Howard, puts it inside the post and ties it at 4.
The last two Buffalo goals, 41 seconds apart to wipe out that 2-goal Detroit lead. Detroit trying to bring it back in, looking to get a shot with Fantasio. He's checked by Darlene, and it's taken away behind the net and picked up by Reinhart. It's losing it was Darlene. He dropped it back, and Reinhart is there to save the day with a pass that comes to Olofsson. The shot and gunned it over top of the net. Wings pick it up and bring it back to the Buffalo end. In over the line. Drop back. Here's a shot from the side. They score. Gunned into the net by Bertuzzi. And Detroit wins it in overtime.
You see right here, Sam Reinhart. He gets back and he's good position. He's going to take the middle away. But Bertuzzi just leaks off over to the far side. And that pass, once again, the quick pass across, the one-timer. The same is down at the other end, and Linus Ullmark not able to get across to make that save. But a good game by the Sabres, good effort all around.
Well, the Sabres came back to try and snap out of a losing string that started on the road with 3 consecutive losses, Montreal, Jersey, and Ottawa. And we're behind throughout much of the night tonight, but battled back in the third period to force this game to overtime.